From the bottom of my heart, you guys. Thank you so much.
Thank you for watching.
For watching this guy's channel. Jody's channel.
Jody's Corner. My favorite.
Thank you so much. YouTube was good. It's your boy Jody Joe. Welcome to Jody's Corner. I'm back with some news. So this came out a couple of days ago. It was a couple of articles released. One more recent, but the overall question of this video is Brie Larson ruining Captain Marvel? And I asked that because there's a couple of articles that we're going to go over today. But let's keep it 100. Brie Larson has been really vocal in the media on her press tour about her campaign not wanting to be too white and too male, and how she wants more inclusion, how she's going to use her own film to this character. She's basically utilizing the character Captain Marvel to promote her own form of personal activism. She's been very vocal about how she plans on SJWing and making Captain Marvel a political figure, using her own beliefs and ideologies into the character. So that's why I have this question, because it looks like this promotion tour is causing negative effects on the actual film itself. So this isn't shedding a positive light. People are pissed off, it seems. And I'm going to go ahead and we're going to get into the couple articles that I have pulled up here. And then we're going to go ahead and make our own decision and see basically what's going on. So let's go ahead and get right into it. So looking at this, boxing.com says, Captain Marvel's box office projections plummet after Brie Larson's press tour. A lot of the articles were taken down, but here we go. Let's go ahead and read. The Captain Marvel projected box office has dropped by over 28% since Brie Larson really hit the press tour and began promoting the film. The industry experts note that it could be even lower, with one of their sources telling them, give or take 20 million. The decrease might actually be due to the star of the film and how she is promoting the film, a pattern that is very reminiscent of Ghostbusters. Larson has gone out of her way while promoting the film to state that she wants less white men at press events covering the film, as well as less white men to review the film. Larson has gone as far as stating that she sees the film as her form of activism. She would also state that Marvel approached her and stated they want to make Captain Marvel a big feminist movie. Are you serious? She also would state, hold on, I didn't even know this. God damn. She would also state that Marvel approached her and told her that they wanted to make Captain Marvel a big feminist movie. That can't be real. Larson also appeared in the video when she insinuates that the patriarchy is somehow oppressing her. Larson, however, is reportedly being paid $5 million to play Carol Danvers and Captain Marvel, more than double what any other MCU actor or actress received in their debut Marvel film. Now, in this defense of this part, because Brie Larson's getting paid $5 million for her first time as a superhero. Now, I don't know if you guys are aware or not, but Robert Downey Jr. back like
from the bottom.
Oops. What the heck was that? Sorry about that.
From the bottom of my heart.
What the heck?
From the bottom of my...
There we go. Robert Downey Jr. Back in 2008, when we look back at Iron Man 1, he got paid around $500,000. And T'Challa, Chadwick Boseman, acclaimed actor, he got paid around $1 to $2 million for Black Panther, and she's getting paid $5 million. So this is where I go with it. Robert Downey Jr. was a risk. He was a trouble actor. And Chadwick Boseman doesn't have an Oscar. Brie Larson has an Oscar for that mediocre performance in Room. So usually when you're an Oscar-acclaimed actress or actor, you get that pay raise. So I think that's what that was about in itself. So let's go ahead and get back to the article. Even before Larson began promoting the film, Marvel's marketing department embraced a divisive feminist slogan on the cover of Entertainment Weekly. The future is female. It's a slogan that a society with Hillary Clinton's 2016 presidential campaign, as well as a feminist professor who said it's logical to hate men. Captain Marvel is still projected to make $100 million. The film is set to debut March 8th, 2019 in North America. Okay, so that is a huge drop in the initial projections, because I remember the initial projections for Captain Marvel for opening weekend was somewhere around $160 million and beyond. That shit ain't happening. Let's take a look at Variety. So Captain Marvel eyes a historic $100 million plus opening. So this came on Valentine's Day, which was Thursday. So the domestic box office is in desperate need of a hero. So far this year has seen a steady decline in ticket sales compared to 2018. That's where Brie Larson's Captain Marvel steps in. Disney and Marvel's first female-led superhero adventure is tracking an opening weekend of $100 million according to early estimates. With 3 weeks to go until Captain Marvel hits theaters on March 8th, some box office watchers suggest that enthusiastic word of mouth could propel that figure to north of $120 million. I don't think there's going to be a positive word of mouth after this film comes out. I feel like this is going to be one of the most SJW films ever released, put into a superhero film. That's just my personal prediction. That would put Captain Marvel on pace with Wonder Woman, DC's first comic book blockbuster to feature a female superhero. Directed by the great Patty Jenkins and starring Gal Gadot, Wonder Woman debuted with a mighty $103 million domestic opening and ended its box office run with $412 million in North America and $820 million worldwide. Now here's where I think this $103 million that Wonder Woman made was phenomenal. Wonder Woman got that money when everybody was looking at the DCU in a negative light. Everyone outside of fanboys hated the DCEU. So a lot of people didn't go see the movie because of BVS, Man of Steel, and Suicide Squad. BVS, Man of Steel, Suicide Squad. They looked at Wonder Woman, never gave her a chance. But still, people showed up to support that movie because it had positive word of mouth. The legs of this movie were insane. I think all the way up until like the 12th, 13th week, the shit was still making, the declines were so small. I think the week-to-week decline from opening to its second week was something like 43%, which was really low. That's with negative press around it. It still managed to get that. Marvel doesn't have a negative stigma. Everyone loves the MCU. The MCU has good credit. Why is it that Captain Marvel, the first female-led superhero film with an amazing MCU, with Kevin Feige and all these amazing people around it, that Captain Marvel is suffering from a $100 million projection? That doesn't make sense. Especially when your initial projections were around $160 million. So they're trying to spin it and make it look like a good thing to save face. Anna Boden and Ryan Fleck directed Captain Marvel, the 21st installment in the Marvel Cinematic Universe, set in 1995. The comic book adaptation centers on Air Force pilot Carol Danvers, a.k.a. Captain Marvel, who finds herself between two alien worlds. Jude Law, Samuel Jackson, Ben Mendelsohn, Gemma Chan, and Annette Bening also star. Marvel's latest movie, Ant-Man and the Wasp, earned $75 million in its debut at the domestic box office last summer. So that trash movie, Ant-Man and the Wasp, made $75 million. So we're assuming that, and that's the sequel, we're assuming that a film with stakes, with Captain Marvel at the tail end, coming right after Infinity War, before Avengers Endgame, we know it's a big piece of the end result of the MCU. We know she's going to be a big part in Endgame. We know how important this character is. They're shoving her down her throat with the fact that it's Brie Larson, Academy Award winning, this big press tour, female-led superhero film. All that said and done. And you're only predicting that it'll make $25 million more than Ant-Man and the Wasp? Miss me with that shit. That's terrible. That's absolutely terrible. The fact that that's what we think. So I think that a lot of this stuff has been, I think she's bringing a lot on this film, and it's not really fair. That's what I honestly think. I think what she's doing is she's doing more harm than good. I think that she has alienated half of her audience, half of the audience that is going to come out and see this film. I think that this movie, already before this movie even came out, has so much negative publicity and a negative feel and thought. When I think of Captain Marvel, I only see Brie Larson's blank face and her loud mouth and how she won't be quiet. I hear nothing about her superhero. She rarely talks about the character Carol Danvers, more so about herself, how she's going to use Carol Danvers to promote how she personally believes. That character is not for you to hijack, Brie. That character is not for you to bend to your own will. You're supposed to represent that character how it's supposed to be done. And then you could add a little flavor. But it seems like Captain Marvel, the hero, will be Brie Larson. That's what I see, nothing but Brie Larson when I look at anything Captain Marvel related. I see her in the suit. Right here, she's in the suit. But all I see is Brie. That's all I can see. And I think this just shows that we ain't feeling it. We're tired of the way that they have been handling this. If Kevin Feige, look, you ain't getting away from this one. You got to hold an L, Feige, because this is what you wanted to happen. You wanted this. You wanted to shove Brie Larson down our throats. And I'm not against having something shoved down my throat. Sometimes it feels good. But when it's garbage like this, come on now. Who wants that? The only people that want this type of film are the wrong type of feminists, man haters, and people that just like drama. This is a superhero movie. For us, who've been watching the MCU, we want a superhero. We went to go see a hero, not a hero. Wonder Woman did not promote being a woman first, women over men. Nah, her and Steve Trevor were equals in that movie. There was no SJW in that film. The No Man's Land scene proved so much to me. She said, no, that's what I'm going to do. She said, I'm going to do, when Steve Trevor looked at her and said, no man has ever crossed it. 6 months here, we haven't moved an inch. We haven't gained an inch. No man can cross it. The perfect time, what Brie Larson would have said is, I'm not a man. I'm a woman, and I'm going to do it. Bullshit. What Wonder Woman said, yeah, but it's what I'm going to do. What she said when she said she meant me, Wonder Woman, the superhero. That's the difference here. This looks like a man-hating type of film. It feels like a man-hating type of film. And that feeling is being felt by many people. Because for y'all to drop box office projections, I can't even remember the last MCU movie that has ever done this since the beginning. We're dropping box office. That's some DC shit. Oh yeah, we're dropping box office projections for Suicide Squad. Yeah. We're dropping box office projections for Wonder Woman. Yeah. Because it was a negative connotation there. But the MCU dropping box office projections, that says something, and it says that we ain't having that shit. And by we, I don't mean me as a man. I'm talking about me as a superhero fan. I'm talking about me as a fan of your product, the MCU. That's what I'm talking about. It's not about gender. God dang it, why don't Brie understand that? Make a good superhero film. You were hired to be a superhero. But the whole entire marketing campaign for this movie has been nothing about women empowerment. Woman, I can't do this. Every single trailer keeps showing her stand up. How many times you gonna show standing up and shit? I've seen that shit so many times. Samuel Jackson, I got my eye on you, bro. I hope they don't shaft you and turn you into a whipping boy. What do you guys think about this news? I think that $100 million for Captain Marvel being the first female-led superhero between Infinity War and Endgame is pretty darn low. This film is nowhere near what Black Panther was, and that's a black movie. You know there's a lot of racist people out there that want that movie to succeed. That still made like 160, 50, 60, 70 million dollars, $80 million opening weekend. Insane. For Brie Larson to not be able to do it, that's a statement that a lot of people aren't having it. Brie, it might be too late, but we'll see. All right, guys, thank you guys so much for watching. Subscribe down below if you like the content. Put down in the comment section what you guys think. Is this no big deal? Am I overreacting? Are we all overreacting? Is $100 million just fine for this movie? Let me know down below. Subscribe to the channel if you guys like the real opinions and the real content. Shout outs to y'all. I'm Jody Joe, and I'm out this thing, man. Deuces.